Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm All Things Wrestling, and today I'm going to be reviewing WWE Monday Night Raw, 23rd of March 2020. We kick off the show with Paul Heyman introducing himself and the fact he's the advocate for the WWE Champion, Brock Lesnar. For 18 years, his client has demonstrated beyond a shadow of a doubt that he's the most dominant force in WWE history. The list of his victims is endless. No one can ever be so dominant for so long. Are we going to ignore the fact he keeps losing at Mania half the time? Then we go to a video for Drew McIntyre. He said everything that man said was absolutely true. There has never been anyone in WWE who has been as dominant against the roster as Brock Lesnar. Then Brock Lesnar ran into him. Just like Brock Lesnar thought it was a fluke last week, he showed Brock that he is Mayor's match. Drew said he's going to choose his words carefully. He's going to Claymore Brock in the face, knock him on his ass, and then pin Brock to become the new WWE Champion at WrestleMania. Then Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar in the ring. Paul introduced himself and his client again. Paul says, let's be honest, for a change, we live in the most uncertain of times right now. At this time in history, we all just need a little certainty in our lives. He gives you that certainty in Brock Lesnar. Drew can do anything he wants. He can train his ass off. He can go to the gym. He can spar with mixed martial artists. But Drew McIntyre cannot beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. This is not the most unique and extraordinary WrestleMania. WrestleMania too big for just one night. Drew can get down on his hands and knees, and God's prayer line will only give him a busy signal. Next time Drew prays for WrestleMania, Brock will answer the call and make it quick and painless. After what happened at the Royal Rumble and in Brooklyn, Brock will make quick, but it won't be painless, because Drew eliminated him from the Royal Rumble and put Brock on his back 3 times. In Brooklyn, he is a made man. He will main event WrestleMania for years, but when WrestleMania is over, Drew will be another bitch that tried and another person who got stopped by the best ever to step in a WWE ring, Brock Lesnar. It wasn't a bad promo. Gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Overall, Brock Lesnar is entertaining. Then we go to a recap of what happened last week with The Undertaker, Carl Anderson, Drew, Luke Gallows. No rating. Then we go to the 2015 Royal Rumble match between Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins and John Cena. It was a good match. No rating. We then move swiftly on to more recaps. Then AJ makes his way to the ring with Carl Anderson, the stage with Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. AJ says he's officially a phenomenal one and the Phenom will meet at WrestleMania. AJ says he does not care what night it takes place. Wonders when Michelle will let Taker out of the house. AJ talks about Taker's stretchy pants and Gallows talks about maternity pants. Taker is a gothic version of Doug the Bounty Hunter or the Tiger King. AJ says he's speaking of tigers. He brings up a photo of Undertaker Michelle with a tiger in a pool. We see the YouTube video. Who is this man? What are we talking about tigers? Has he lost control of himself? He has not been the same since the streak ended. He wanted to take Taker's soul, but it looks like Michelle has taken it. AJ says he doesn't want the Mark Calloway who poses for selfies. He wants the Undertaker from yesteryear, and he's nowhere to be found. But AJ will give the WWE Universe what they want. It will give you what you want to see. He's going to bring back the dead man in a match he would love to be in. A boneyard match. Announcers are confused because nobody knows what the fuck a boneyard match is. This is for you, Taker. When it's over, I have a perfect plan and plot for you. Ironically, it's the same plot that Michelle McCall picked out for you when she buried your career. 6 out of 10. Bit cringy from AJ, but it got the point across. Then we go to being told the Street Profits will defend their titles against United States Champion Andrade Almas and Angel Garza. Boo, boo, boo. Why the hell are we putting the United States Champion on a tag match? Then we have talking with Selena Vega about winning the titles and blah, blah, blah. Then we have Andrade Almas and Angel Garza versus Cedric Alexander and Ricochet. Andrade escapes the lumbar check and with his back elbow for the 3 count. I'm going to give the match a 2.5 out of 5. It was fairly average. Don't know why we need to team these two up and take the United States champion to the tag division. I have no idea. You're running that bad on tag teams right now, guys. Then Dawkins and Ford applaud the performance by the men who they will be facing at Mania. They get into the ring, and then there's a big brawl. Then we go after that to the Street Profits versus Shane Thorne and Brendan Vink. Dawkins with Sky High and Ford with the Frog Splash for the 3 count. Gotta say, I liked Shane Thorne and Brendan Vink in this match. They weren't actually half bad. Gonna give the match a 2 out of 5. I'm not overly keen on the Street Profits. Then we have a look at R-Truth rolling up Riddick Moss for the 24/7 championship. 7 out of 10. It was entertaining comedy. I like R-Truth. Then Shayna Baszler in the ring with Charlie Caruso. Charlie says Shayna might be the most intimidating woman in WWE history. That would be China. And was the first to eliminate all competitors in the Elimination Chamber. You've had about 3 of them. And one of them was a tag team match. Charlie asks how Shayna conducts herself if she wins at WrestleMania. She doesn't respond. Charlie asks Shayna to put her thoughts into word, since she usually communicates by her actions. Shayna says Charlie why she's so nervous and wonder if Charlie thinks she's going to bite her. Shayna says Becky should expect to lose at WrestleMania and tells Charlie to ask the question she wants to ask. If all you want to destroy is why do you want to win the title? She says, I want to win the title because I can destroy. I will destroy Becky Lynch and show everyone exactly who she is. Charlie asks Shayna about Survivor Series and someone hits her with the steel chair. It's Becky Lynch. And she hits her with the chair again and makes Shayna look like a piece of weak person. She really does. Talking part, pretty good. Going to give it a 5 out of 10. The attack after. Shayna, why are you trying to make Shayna look weak with that? Doesn't help anybody. God damn it, WWE. Then we have Aleister Black versus Leon Ruff. Black makes him to the ring. He sits down in the centre of the ring. Ruff misses the kick. Then Aleister Black blocks the kick and then hits a sick-looking black mass for the 3 count. No rating because it wasn't really anything, but looks good. Then we have Kevin Owens in the ring. He says, will you grace us with your presence, Seth Rollins? Then Seth Rollins comes out and just starts to be like, well, you keep saying you have the home field advantage. Well, this building wasn't here when I became into WWE. This facility was built on my blood, sweat and tears. There would be no NXT. There would be no Gargano, no Ciampa, no Undisputed Era, no Women's Evolution, no Kevin Owens without Seth Rollins. He said, Kevin, if I can finish, the second most important question, why did you pick WrestleMania to make an example of me? Do you know my track record? I won the Intercontinental Champion, World Championship, I beat Brock Lesnar, Triple H. You have no track record of Mania. Yours reading failure after failure. What about last year? You weren't even good enough to be on WrestleMania. You don't get it. You can't beat me on my worst day, and WrestleMania is never my worst day. Under pressure, I become a god. You don't stand a chance. 8 out of 10, very effective heel Seth Rollins. He was slightly less whiny and annoying than normal. Then we go to a replay of Charlotte versus Asuka. The worst match ever because it basically killed Asuka's career dead at that moment, and Charlotte did not need to win that match. That's going to get a minus 4,412. No, the match was competent and just getting a rating because it's just a replay. Then Charlotte Flair's in the back. She's asked about reliving the Mania moment. She says it was inspiring. Rhea Ripley just wants to be like her. She broke Asuka's undefeated streak. Rhea's excited about defending the title at WrestleMania, but she ended Asuka's streak. She retired the Divas title. Last year she main evented WrestleMania. Maybe Rhea should watch some of her matches. Whoa. Charlotte just pisses me off. Fuck off, Charlotte. Please just fuck off, Charlotte. 1 out of 10. Okay, no. Overall, going to give that a 5 out of 10. Then we go to Randy Orton making his way to the stage. He said, over the last few months, he has said and done things that has been misunderstood. They've come from a place of love. It's all been said with an act of brutality and all violence. Edge, I'm talking to you. I'm here to respond to your challenge from last week, but I need to get something off my chest. I have to apologise. 3 weeks ago, I lied to Beth in the ring and said you were a junkie for the roar of the crowd. You're a junkie for your own ego. Adam Copeland is a junkie for Edge. Last week, there was something you said that rang true. I'd never paid my dues. I was handed an opportunity for who I was and my last name. Just because you're handed an opportunity doesn't guarantee you a Hall of Fame career. 1 year after being called up, I won the IC champion. In less than a year, I became the youngest world champion in history. Was I handed that? You said Mick Foley passed us both the torch. Mick threw me in. He handed you the torch. He threw me in thumbtacks, and I spat in his face and took the torch. I went from being a third-generation prospect to the 3 most dangerous letters in sports entertainment. That was because of grit. Grit isn't sitting at home for 9 years wondering what if. Grit is longevity in the industry that seldom has any. Grit is being the one constant in WWE locker room. I look to my left and right. I do not see anyone who has accomplished what I have. No one has as much grit as me, and that includes you. You call me an entitled brat, but aren't you the ultimate opportunist? You wouldn't have done the same thing. Would you have said no if you were asked to join Evolution? Everything I have said for the last few months, because I love you, I love your family, I love your children. I sent their father home, then you challenged me. You want Randy Orton versus Edge in a last man standing WrestleMania. Edge, you may be writing this story, but WrestleMania, I'm going to write the last chapter and end it. I accept. 10 out of 10, fantastic Randy Orton promo. Overall, this show was shit. This show was generally shit. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10. It was absolutely goddamn awful to sit through this show. It is not worth it. If you want to see the highlight, yes, the highlight, I personally recommend just looking up Randy Orton thing on YouTube tomorrow when they inevitably put his promo up on it. Don't bother watching the show. It's not worth it. Now, as always, I do hope you've enjoyed this review. If you have, please smash that like button, share and subscribe, and I shall catch you all later. Boy.